and he is the leading scorer, averaging 20 points per game. At the other forward will be 6'3" junior Kent Miller. He is averaging about 8 points per game. At the center is number 55, 6'6" junior Keith Massey, averaging 15 on the game. And at the two guards will be 6'1" senior Gary Gertz, averaging a dozen points, and 6' senior Mark Gross. And of course, the head coach of the Freeman Flyers, Ron Bennett. Now we're having our starting lineups for the home club here tonight, the Bridgewater Wildcats. At one forward will be number 50, 6'2" junior Russ Hofer. Hofer is the leading scorer, averaging 18 per game. The other forward, number 32, 6' junior Kenny Cheddar, averaging 13 per game. The center tonight, number 52, 6'4" sophomore Brian Omlid. Omlid averaging 15 and 19 rebounds on the season. And at the two guards will be number 22, 5'10" senior Lonnie Glanzer, and number 44, 5'9" junior Lauren Dirksen. So that's the way Bridgewater will start. The head coach of the Wildcats is Mark Melhoff, and they're 9-0. Freeman 11-0 in their white home uniforms, and the Freeman Flyers in their road uniforms, the maroon with the white numerals. It will be, of course, Omlid against Massey. Big matchup tonight. Omlid 6'4", Massey 6'6". Freeman moves left to right tonight, and the opening tip controlled by the Freeman Flyers. Into the front court comes Kent Miller with the basketball. Leaves it for Petey down at the right-hand side of the baseline now, and they go back out front, and it looks like Bridgewater will open up here in a man-to-man defense right off the start. The two guards playing catch out front now. That's Gertz and Gross. Goes into the left-hand side down there. Gary Gertz with the basketball, and he has to come back out front with it. Miller going out to help out just a little bit. Starting a drive now on the left side. Mark Gross will throw up a 10-footer, a little bit long. Rebound up and in, and they'll give it to Keith Massey, I believe. Massey breaks the ice for the Freeman Flyers, and they are out in front by the score of 2-0. And Freeman will apply some full-court pressure. Looks like they'll be going man-to-man on defense as well. On the dribble out front, Brian Stahl at the guard spot. Here's a pass to Omlid. Turnaround jumper blocked by Massey. Ball still loose on the court, and Bridgewater comes up with it. There's the first big play. From the top of the key, Russ Hofer shot way too long off the glass, but again the Wildcats are on the board. They still control. Out front on the drive, Kenny Cheddar stops in the corner now as he's cut off there by Kent Miller. Long shot from the right-hand side. No good again by Hofer. This time Petey on the rebound. Here comes Freeman down court quickly. Petey still with it, left-hand corner. He'll throw up a 15-footer. No good off the front of the rim. The Wildcats pull it down. We've got a whistle and a foul. And it's going to go against the Freeman Flyers. Foul is going to be called on the inside against Kent Miller. That'll be his first one of the game, and the first foul against either club here tonight. Bridgewater throwing it in from their own back court. Again, Freeman pressing all over the court now with that man-to-man defense. It'll be Brian Stahl bringing it up, the 6-foot sophomore guard, and he gets it across the timeline despite some pressure. Leaves it on the right side now for Cheddar. Back it comes to Stahl at the top of the key. Bridgewater working it around the perimeter. They'd like to get it to the inside. Here's Hofer from the baseline. Shot again way off, and we've got a foul. It'll go against Russ Hofer on the rebound. Really slammed into Bob Petey as they both were going for the basketball. And so that's the first team foul now against Bridgewater. And we're all even at 1-1 in that department. 2-0. Freeman out in front, just underway, about 45 seconds gone. The Flyers with the ball. Massey in the lane. Turnaround jumper from 8 feet. Won't go. It's short. On the rebound, Omlid. Quick outlet pass now. Glanzer, fast break to the basket and score. No, it comes out. I thought it was down and it came out of there. Glanzer gets his own rebound, though, and he'll slow it up a bit. Now we've got another whistle and a foul coming up. Foul will go on the inside against Mark Gross. That'll be his first one of the game. Gross, the 6-foot senior. Bridgewater cold shooting. They're 0 for 5 here to start out the basketball game, but they only trail at 2-0. Russ Hofer, right side baseline. Almost has the ball slapped away by Petey, but gets it back again. Leaves it further out now for Cheddar, right on the wing, way out high away from the basket. To the free throw line now. Omlid starts a drive. He'll put up an 8-footer. Good. Brian Omlid gets on the scoreboard for Bridgewater, and we're all tied up at 2-2. 5:40 remains here in the first quarter of this basketball game. Mark Gross on the dribble, high on the right wing, away from the basket, looking inside. Can't find anybody open there now. Bridgewater now switches to a zone, 2-3 zone, and from the corner, Kent Miller pops it through from about 25 feet away. So it looks like the Bridgewater Wildcats might be playing some games here tonight on defense. Started out in a man-to-man and have already switched to a zone. 4-2, Freeman out in front. On the dribble, Brian Stahl out front, having some problems now. Finally gets it over to Cheddar. Way out near half court as they play catch with it. Now to Lonnie Glanzer. He starts a drive, cut off in the lane, leaves it for Cheddar. He gets a screen. He'll shoot up a 15-footer. Way too long. Doesn't even hit the rim. Glanzer with it, but I believe he walked. Yep, traveling violation against Glanzer. That'll be the first turnover of the basketball game on either team. Has been pretty well played in the opening couple of minutes. So Freeman with a 2-point advantage brings it up into the front court again. Petey on the left side at the baseline. Tries to get it into the lane. We've got a whistle. Foul is going to go against Bridgewater. Foul will be called against Russ Hofer as he reached over the shoulder that time of Keith Massey and got a piece of the arm as well. And that is number 2 in the foul department against Hofer. Petey will throw it in from underneath the Freeman basket. In the corner it comes to Mark Gross, open, but he decides not to shoot, and Gross will dribble it way out to the top of the key again. On the right side, baseline, Miller with it, looking in for the big man Massey, but they're on him pretty tight. Cross court now to Petey. His 15-footer is good. Bob Petey in the scoring column for the first time, and Freeman owns their biggest lead at 4 points, 6-2. We're approaching the halfway mark here of the first quarter, 4:25 to go. Quickly into the front court, Brian Stahl takes it to the right side to Cheddar. Now back across to Glanzer. Starts a drive on the left side, lays it up, comes off the back of the rim. Rebound, Petey of Freeman. He'll start out on the run. Up court pass comes to Gross, all the way down to the right-hand corner. Cross court now wide open is Massey, and he misses a short 5-footer. Petey on the rebound. It won't go. They're still fighting for it. Massey puts it up. He scores, and he's going to be fouled. And there's the first really big play of the basketball game so far as Keith Massey. Bridgewater Wildcats. Keith Massey, leading scorer with 4 points, will have a chance for a 3-point play at the free throw line right now. Left-hander puts it up. It's too long. Comes off the back of the rim. The rebound goes to Kenny Cheddar of Bridgewater. Bridgewater shooting very cold thus far. They're only 1 for 8 from the field. They're going to have to warm up from the outside. Glanzer on the left-hand corner at the baseline gives it to Cheddar. Trying to start a drive. He's cut off there. Can't go inside. Muller was on him. Here's a pass into the lane to Omelette. Fakes once and puts it up, and he's going to be fouled. Foul will go against Bob Petey of Freeman. That's just the first foul of the game against Petey, and the second team foul against the Flyers. And to the line will go the 6'4" sophomore Brian Omelette. He'll have a pair coming up. First shot is on the way and good. And Omelette has all the scoring now for Bridgewater, all 3 points. They're still 5 points behind. Second shot up and also good. So we'll make it an 8-4 ball game now with Freeman out in front. We're down to 3:40 to go here in the first quarter of play. And the Flyers bring it up slowly on the dribble. Mark Gross, high on the right side. Now leaves it at the top of the key for Gertz. Left side pass goes over to Miller. Back to Gertz in the corner. They try and set a screen for him, but he can't use it. Now into the lane. Petey, a little hooker from 5 feet. It drops for him. 4 points in the game now for Petey, and Freeman equals their biggest lead at 6 points, 10-4. Into the front court, Brian Stahl crossing the timeline. Tries to drive left side of the lane, can't go. Leaves it off for Glanzer now, still way away from the basket. Into Cheddar, he's got the baseline. Throws up a shot, partially blocked. Gets it again, it won't go. Rebound still being fought for now, and Omelette finally comes up with it in the corner. Back out to the top of the key. They'll start it over again. Brian Stahl, now to Omelette. Over on the left side, they go to Cheddar. Bridgewater having trouble on the inside. Here's Hofer from 25. It won't fall, and Petey is on the rebound. Petey starting out on the run, 4-on-3. On the left side, wide open is Gertz. He puts it in. Gary Gertz with a 12-foot jump shot. And it's 12-4. Freeman out in front here, and they are taking control early in this basketball game. Bridgewater just can't get the ball to fall in, especially Hofer. He's about 0 for 4 himself here tonight from the field. That's unusual for him. Kenny Cheddar on a drive, tries a reverse layup, blocked again on the inside. Petey that time. Glanzer now with a short jumper. It goes in. That's about the third shot already been blocked on the inside by Freeman. They are really doing a defensive job inside the lane. But Glanzer was there to put in an 8-foot jumper, and he brings Bridgewater back within 6. Flyers try to get it into Petey in the lane, and it's tapped away by Russ Hofer and goes out of bounds under the basket, but still will belong to Freeman. Got a replacement coming in as Gary Gertz is going to go out of the lineup. Here's the inbounds pass, comes right into Miller. He tries it, no good. Rebound attempt, won't go by Massey. Ball loose on the court, kicked around, and finally Massey comes up with it at the top of the key. Back it goes to Miller. He tries another shot, no good. And the rebound this time, Bridgewater controls and goes out of bounds, but still will be Wildcat ball. Getting pretty rough on the inside right now. A lot of body contact going on in there, but of course, get a couple of teams like this together, and I guess you have to expect that. Down to 1:45 to go in the first quarter. Bridgewater trails by 6 points. They could use a basket right here. Brian Stahl, top the key, working one-on-one, can't get inside. Pass intended for Omelet is intercepted by Massey. Omelet broke to the basket, and Stahl didn't see it. Bringing the ball up court, Bob Petey stops at the free throw line, jumps it up, and it's good. Ball just hung on the front of the rim that time for Petey, but then decided to go down, and Bob's the leading scorer now at 6 points in the game. Drive started, and going down to the court hard is Kenny Cheddar right at the free throw line, and they'll call a foul in there. It'll go against Kent Miller. That is his second foul of the basketball game. Checking back in is Gary Gertz into the Freeman lineup. And coming out for a little bit of a rest will be Kent Miller. Also got a new player in there for Bridgewater. We'll identify him in just a moment for you. Number 44, Lauren Dirksen in there, and coming out will be Stahl. Inbounds pass, we've got a foul near half court. Again, going to go on the Freeman Flyers. Mike Waltner guilty of that one. First foul against Waltner. He just came in about 30 seconds ago. And that will be enough for a 1-and-1 now for the Bridgewater Wildcats. So that could be an advantage here. Still got over a minute to go in the first quarter. At the free throw line, Lauren Dirksen, but he misses his first one. No bonus, but Dirksen gets his own rebound. Leaves it out now for Hofer at the top of the key. Hofer starts a drive, left side, cut off, goes to Glanzer in the corner. Now to Omlin, side of the key, 10-foot jumper, blocked, but check it, we've got a whistle and a foul. Looked like Massey got a good portion of the basketball, but evidently also got a part of the body of Brian Omlin too, and that will be the first foul of the basketball game against Keith Massey. And to the line for a pair will go Brian Omlin. First shot is up and good. That's the third free throw in a row there for Omlin. 3 for 4 from the line for Bridgewater in the game so far. Second one is also good by Brian. 6 points for him, and that now brings the Wildcats back to within 6 points again, and the clock shows exactly 60 seconds to go here in the first quarter. With the basketball, Mike Waltner down on the right side of the baseline, comes back out front now to Gross, top the key. Petey trying to set a screen for him, does now, long 20-footer is good. That's Gross's first basket of the night, 16-8. Freeman will match basket for basket here, and they have done so about the last 4 minutes. Bridgewater can't seem to get any closer. Glanzer with the basketball on the left side, way away from the basket, high out, leaves it for Hofer now. Hofer's been very cold. He'll try again from 20, and short once more. Rebound comes out of there to Waltner. Here's a fast break, 2-on-1. Waltner leaves it on the other side of the lane, whistle, and we've got a foul, I believe, coming up. Yep, that's going to be the call. We'll see who it's going to go on. Could be Hofer, I believe he was down there. Yep, it will go, no. Yes, it will, against Hofer, and that is his third foul of the basketball game. From the corner on the inbounds pass, Gary Gertz, long shot up, no good, and we've got a tie-up and a jump ball coming up after that one. So Hofer is in a lot of trouble right here, and that could be a big difference in the basketball game. He has not scored yet, and he will go to the bench right now with 3 fouls, and we're still in the first quarter. Here's the jump, and it's controlled by Massey. In the corner, long shot by Waltner is no good, too long, comes off the rim, and on the rebound, we've got a foul. It'll go against Freeman. Looks like Gary Gertz is going to be guilty of that one. That's his first foul. Freeman picking up a lot of fouls, but nobody's got any more than 1 except Kent Miller, who's got 2, so they're staying out of trouble, even though both teams are in the 1-and-1 already. Just 14 seconds left to go in the quarter. Here comes Gary Collar into the lineup now for Freeman. And going to the bench will be Mark Gross. First shot up from the free throw line is good. That's Gene Hofer at the line right now for Bridgewater. Second shot is up and no good. Comes out of there. Check it. It was Cheddar, not Gene Hofer. 16-9, but Brian Omlin brings down the rebound, and they'll start it over again. Only 5 seconds to go. They'll have to hurry. On the right side where the ball is Stahl. They can't get off a shot. 1 second, and the whistle blows. Right, Bridgewater can't get off a final second shot. So the score at the end of 1 period. On the other hand, Freeman shot 47%. So there's your difference right there. Second quarter tip-off is controlled by the Flyers, and now it's thrown away. Cheddar picks it up as they couldn't control. Kenny will jump it up from 10 feet, no good, way away from the basket, and Freeman on the rebound. Bridgewater really having their problems shooting here tonight. Ken Miller, left side, leaves it for Petey. Back to Miller, he's wide open from 10, misses the jump shot, loose on the floor. We've got a whistle and a foul coming up. Foul is going to go against Freeman, and it'll be called on Bob Petey, the 6'3 senior, as he was fighting for the basketball underneath the bucket there, and that is the second foul of the game on Petey. Going down to the other end, it'll be Lauren Dirksen at the free throw line for Bridgewater. Now remember, both teams are in the 1-1 for this entire second quarter. First shot up and good. So if Bridgewater can get hot from the free throw line, they could make up a lot of ground here in the second quarter, even though they're not shooting well from the field. Second one by Dirksen, rolls around and is also good. So it's 16-11. By no means is Bridgewater out of this game with Freeman out in front by 5, just underway in the second quarter. Out front, top of the key, Mike Waltner leads into the corner now for Miller. Return pass intended under there for Gary Collar, goes out of bounds but was slapped out by one of the Bridgewater players. I believe it was Glanzer, the last one to get to it. So Bob Petey will throw it in from the right-hand corner at the baseline for the Flyers. Long lob pass in for Messi, and again tipped away. Brian Obwood this time went high to get the job done. So Petey will throw it in from a little closer to the basket, right underneath this time. Looking for some help, finally gets it out into the corner. Drive started from there, cut off, can't get off his shot. That's Waltner again working with the basketball. Leaves it for Petey. He gets a screen into the lane, 8-foot jumper is good. Massey's got a good screen for Petey that time, and Bob now is up to 8 points in the game. And Freeman again leads by 7, 18-11. Bridgewater Wildcats right back, ball slapped out of bounds away from Lauren Dirksen, but will still belong to Bridgewater. Keith Massey is going to check out of the Freeman lineup right now, and Gary Gertz will go in, so Big Keith will get a little bit of a rest here with 7:05 to go in the first half. Glanzer, top the key on the left side, long 30-footer on the way by Dirksen, no good, and Petey is there on the rebound. Freeman running, fast break on the left side underneath, laying it up and in is big Gary Gertz, the 6'1 senior, his second basket of the game. And 20-11, again, Freeman out in front by 9 big points. Bridgewater right back, Omelette in the lane, throws up a jumper, won't go too hard off the glass. Bridgewater just can't get it in here so far. Long pass for Freeman, fast break, Miller puts it up and in. Boy, Freeman is starting to really dominate this game now. There's not going to be much to it unless Bridgewater can really start to come. Melhoff can do, I suppose. He can only tell him to work the ball around, try and go for maybe a few more better percentage shots, but when the ball's not falling, you just have to hope that fate's going to turn around a little bit here. Back into the action, the Wildcats with it. Kenny Cheddar now high on the right side, leaves it for Omelette at the free throw line. He'll jump it up from there, and no good, in and out again, another tough luck shot, and the rebound goes out of bounds off the hands of Lonnie Glanzer. So it will belong to Freeman. Approaching the 6-minute mark here in the first half. Big 11-point margin. Out front, top the key with the basketball, Gary Collar. Left-hand corner now, Gertz looking inside. Can't find anybody open. Back out front to Collar. Gertz again in the lane to Petey. They'll throw it outside. 20-footer on the way by Collar. Won't go. Rebound this time controlled by Bridgewater. Coming down with it was Gene Hofer in there. He'll leave it for Glanzer, and now Bridgewater brings it up court. Lauren Dirksen, left-hand corner. His 15-footer short again. Still can't make one. They're 2 for 20 now from the field. Back on the fast break, Gary Collar to the basket, lays it up, won't go. Omelette will clear on the boards. We're running end-to-end right here now. Both teams using their speed, but it's still Freeman out in front by a long margin. From the corner, Hofer, his shot won't go from 15. And on the rebound, here's Petey again, running all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. Beautiful move by Bob Petey. He took it from one end of the court to the other, right up the middle of the lane, and laid it in and scored. He's got 10 points. 24-11. Freeman out in front. Bridgewater has hit only 2 shots from the field in this entire game. Lauren Dirksen from the corner, 20-footer, doesn't even touch the rim. Rebound is up by Hofer, won't go. Now Omelette tries it again. So finally on the 3rd attempt, Omelette gets the ball to go in. His 8th point of the game. He's been doing it all for Bridgewater so far. 24-13, still an 11-point lead for the Flyers. Left-hand corner, Petey comes back out to the top of the key now to Gary Collar. Over to Gertz, starts to drive, stops, 10-foot jump shot is off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down, Waltner with it, he goes up and he's going to be fouled. Check it was Kent Miller that went up, and Miller will be going to the free throw line for Freeman. And with that, we've got another replacement coming in for the Flyers. Looks like Mark Gross will come back into the lineup. And here comes big Keith Massey also into the lineup now for Freeman. So they've got pretty much their original starting lineup, but Bob Petey will go out and get a rest, and he's got 10 points. He's been playing a good basketball game thus far. First shot by Kent Miller, up and off, no good, just curled around. Miller, the 6'3 junior, averaging about 8 points per game on the season. He'll have the second of the two coming, of course. Shot is up, and this time it is good. That's Kent's 5th point of the night, 25-13. Freeman again by 12. Down to 4.5 minutes to go here, the first half of play. As they bring it up court, ball is tapped away from Dirksen out of bounds. Still will belong to Bridgewater. And here comes replacement in for the Wildcats also. Brian Stahl will come back in. And going out will be Lauren Dirksen. And up front, Hofer will check back in with his 3 fouls. And Gene Hofer will go out. That's Russ Hofer that's coming into the lineup right now. Wildcats throw it in. Lonnie Glanzer with the basketball high on the left side. To the top of the key now. It goes over to Brian Stahl. Freeman with an excellent man-to-man defense thus far, causing all kinds of problems. Here's a pass in the lane for Omelette, intercepted. 2-on-1 fast break. The pass is over and up and good by Mark Gross. Beautiful fast break that time, 2-on-1, and Gross was wide open for the bucket. 27-13 with Freeman out front. Russ Hofer with it, has a man underneath, and Massey gets there to knock the ball away just at the last second. Cheddar was open underneath the basket, and as Hofer tried to get the ball to him, Massey just got there barely in time to knock it out. Cheddar will throw it in the corner. Long shot on the way by Stahl. Short again, won't go. Rebound pull out of there by Freeman. Here's the fast break again. Wide open down court, and laying it up again in is Mark Gross. Freeman is completely outclassing Bridgewater right here. There's no doubt about it. 29-13. They lead it. 3:45 to go in the half. Here's another intercepted pass away from Brian Stahl, but it goes out of bounds and will be Bridgewater ball. Looked like it might have been another fast break coming up for Freeman, but Gary Gertz just couldn't hold on, and the ball went out of bounds right at the scoring table at half court. Glanzer will bring it up across the timeline to the left side. Looking underneath for Omelette, but they have been shutting him off. Here's a pass intended for Brian. Massey steps in and intercepts it. That's what we're talking about. They are double-teaming Omelette at times, and they're just putting a blanket all over him. All the way to the basket. A drive in by Gary Gertz is no good. Now here's a fast break for Bridgewater, laying it up and in. Finally, they get a basket to go in, and it's Russ Hofer with his first one of the night. That is still only the 4th score from the field for Bridgewater here, and we're only 3 minutes left in the first half. In the corner, Kent Miller, long 25-footer, too long, won't go. Rebound pull out of there by Glanzer. He'll start out and bring it up court all by himself. Across the timeline, left side, stops now. Looking for some help, gets it to Cheddar, top of the key. Ken will pump it up from 18, good. Cheddar scores, and we've got a whistle, and oh yeah, but geez, they've had some openings. Oh yeah. We're back again to the Mitchell Corn Palace where the Freeman Flyers have the basketball with 2:42 left to go in the first half. Pass into Massey in the lane. He turns around and lays it in from 5 feet away. That's the difference so far, too. Freeman has been able to go much closer to the basket, and Bridgewater has not, as the Flyers have been putting on that good defense in close. We've got a drive to the basket in there, and a foul is going to be called against Freeman. Driving in was Brian Stahl, and he was tripped up by Mark Gross. That'll be the second foul of the game against Gross. And to the line for the 1-and-1 will go Stahl. His first shot is up, no good, off the back of the rim. Rebound pull out of there by Kent Miller. Over to Petey. Petey on the dribble, leaves it to the left side now. Long 25-footer on the way, no good by Waltner. Rebound, Petey, 10-footer is in. Petey now with a dozen points in the basketball game. 33-17, Freeman out in front, approaching the 2-minute mark. Russ Hofer crosses the timeline on the dribble. Leaves it out front for Stahl again. Now to the left-hand side, way out away to Glanzer. Pass to Hofer near the lane. Turnaround jumper from 12. Rolls out of there again. Pulled down by Kent Miller. Freeman not running quite as fast right now. They'll slow it up a bit to Miller. Free throw line jumper too far to the right. Off the rim, no good. Rebound to Russ Hofer. Bridgewater now trying to run. Glanzer quickly up court, into the lane, drives to the basket. Shot is up, no good. Rebound, Hofer, he goes up. His shot won't go from right underneath. Now Omelett's shot is blocked, and finally Freeman pulls it down. Boy, they are doing a job on the inside. They are dominating Bridgewater up front, close to the basket. On the right side, Mike Waltner starts to drive at the baseline. Double team, tries to get it across the lane. Intercepted by Omelette. Here's a 3-on-1 fast break. Glanzer puts it in the basket and scores. Glanzer with his 4th point of the basketball game. 33-19. Down to 1:10 to go down the first half. On the left-hand side in the corner, Kent Miller. Back out front. Freeman will work it around here, going for a good shot. Petey with it. Way away from the basket. They're looking to the inside. Nobody breaking free there. Here's a long 25-footer from the outside. In and out. No good by Gross. Bridgewater tries a fast break again and throws it away. Gross himself is down there to pick it back up. Now Freeman has a 4-on-3 advantage. From the side, 10-footer is up and in. Scoring Mike Waltner. Waltner's first basket of the game. 35-19. Freeman down to 38 seconds to go here in the first half. On the left side, Glanzer, ball poked away from him, but it goes out of bounds. Good defense, though, by Waltner, and that's the kind of defense the Flyers have been playing all the way along here. Good, tough, tight man-to-man. And besides that, when the ball gets inside, they're sagging. Both Petey and Massey have been doing a great job underneath. They have blocked about 5 or 6 shots here so far tonight. Inbounds pass to Stahl. He'll take it to the top of the key with exactly 29 seconds now showing on the clock. Over to Kenny Cheddar on the right side. Bridgewater is going to have a long way to come back in the second half if they hope to get close. Cross-court pass. Glanzer is open from 10. He puts it in. 6 points of the game for Glanzer, 35-21. Looks like Freeman will have the last shot coming up here. 11 seconds to go. Out front with the ball, Waltner. On the left side now, Petey near the baseline. Into the side of the key, Massey. 10-foot jumper is short, no good. 2 seconds, one. Here's a shot right at the buzzer. It's good. Mike Waltner scores the play, and I'm sure a breath of fresh air. Here we go now with the third quarter action. Omelet again will go against Massey. Freeman this time moving right to left across the radio dial. They control the tap. Petey with a fast break right off the bat, and he goes down and lays it in. So at least in the opening moments here, things have not changed too much as Massey tipped it right over to Petey, and he went all the way down and put it in. Freeman by 18 points. Here's Bridgewater now. Hofer with it. Almost lost it in the right-hand corner. Gets it to Cheddar's side of the key. Double team. Tries to drive in. Can't go. And he throws the ball away. Right into the hands of Mark Gross. 2-on-2 fast break. Pass underneath. Lay it up. Blown layup in there. Won't go for Gertz. And now Bridgewater has a fast break. All the way down. Laying it up and in is Kenny Cheddar. So Cheddar has his 4th point of the game. And it's now 39-23. Bridgewater's going to have to do some running with the basketball and, of course, some hot shooting from the outside to get back into it. Lob pass into the lane. Massey has it. 8-foot jumper is good. Freeman's not cooling off, and Massey has 8 points. 41-23. As into the front court on the dribble, here comes Brian Stahl. Right at the center jump circle now. Watching him closely is Gross. Stahl starts a drive into the lane. A little turnaround hook shot. Won't go, way short. Didn't even hit the rim. And pulling it out of there is Gary Gertz. Up court it comes to Kent Miller. Left-hand corner, pass into the lane. Massey has it. Turnaround jumper from 5. Won't go, but Petey is there again. Bob Petey right on the spot to put in that rebound. That is now 16 points for Petey in this game, averaging 20 on the season. Probably be over that before too long. 43-23. This is the biggest lead at 20 points. Glanzer from 30 feet away. No good off the glass. Rebound. Omelet. He's going to be fouled. Brian pulled that one down, and as he went up, he was hit on the inside. And we'll see who it's going to go against. I believe it'll be either Miller or Massey. Massey, I guess they'll give it to. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And at the line, 6'4" sophomore Brian Omelet. His first shot is up and good. 9 points now for Omelet. 6:26 to go here in the third quarter. Second shot up and rolls out of there, no good. Rebound fought for. Gertz comes on with it for the Flyers. He'll start up quickly to the top of the key. Right-hand side now, he gives the ball over to his running mate Gross, and back to Gertz, and he puts it up and in from the top of the key. Boy, Freeman just works that ball around till they find somebody open, and when they take that shot, it's a good one. Gertz now at 6 points. Good balanced scoring here so far, with the exception of Petey, who's, of course, way out in front. 45-24, Freeman by 21 points. Left-hand side, Cheddar tries to get it into Omelet. The ball is knocked away, but Glanzer is there finally to pick it up on the far side of the court. Now to Hofer at the free throw line. He starts to drive, and it's knocked away from him by Gertz. Defense still causing problems. Now Glanzer has it, and Gertz almost steals it away from him. Back to Hofer. Starting a drive to the inside. Can't go. He's cut off. Leaves it back on the outside for Stahl. Now for Hofer again. Russ up the lane. Shovel shot from inside. Won't go. Rebound. Omelet puts it up. The basket was good, but they say it will not count. There was a foul before the shot. Foul will go against Freeman, and it will be called against Dave Jones, 6-foot junior in there for the Flyers. Here comes the replacement in for Bridgewater. Coming in will be Lauren Dirksen at a guard, and checking out is Brian Stahl. No shots, of course. That's just the first team foul here, and Bridgewater will throw it in from underneath their own basket. Comes to Russ Hofer in the left-hand corner right at the baseline, trying to get by Petey. Can't do it. Out front it comes to Dirksen. Long 30-footer for good from Dirksen. Way out past the top of the key. And that's the kind of shots that Bridgewater's been forced into because of that tough man-to-man defense by the Flyers. Left-hand corner with the ball, Dave Jones. Leaves it now for Gertz. Long pass into the lane. Massey has it. 8-foot jumper, rolls around and then drops in. Massey has now hit double figures with 10 points tonight. Freeman still continues to lead by 21 points. They are matching basket for basket so far. Here's Omlett, baseline shot, about 12-footer, no good. Hofer on the rebound, and he's going to be fouled as he goes up. Foul will go against Bob Peaty, and that is going to be number 3, I believe. Yep, 3 against Peaty, and he might just be coming out of the lineup right here. And he is, as Coach Ron Bennett is going to send in a replacement for him. Kent Miller will check back in. Peaty will take a rest. Cheddar throws it in from underneath, comes way out near the half-court line to Russ Hofer. Hofer drives in, free throw line, jump shot is up, won't go down for him. Rebound, Omlett puts it up, it won't go, but he's going to be fouled again. See who it'll go on this time. Not sure, didn't see a hand raised in there, but I believe Dave Jones will be guilty of his second foul. And to the line again will be Brian Omlett for a pair of shots. First one is up and good. Brian now is in double figures tonight with 10 points. He brings Bridgewater back within 20. Second one rolls around, comes off the left side. No good, and Massey is there to pull it in. Outlet pass to Gertz. Gertz up court, top of the key. Leaves it out front now on the dribble there for Mark Gross. Pass into the lane intended for Massey is tapped away by Omlett, but back there to pick it up is Gertz again near the half-court line. Left-hand side, Kent Miller looking in. Starts a drive now against Cheddar. Throws up an 8-foot jump shot. Is short. On the rebound, Massey has it. He puts it up. It's good, and he's going to be fouled. This Massey is something else when he's going to work on the inside. He wrestled that one right away that time from Brian Omlett, and that will be the third foul of the game, I believe, on Omlett. About halfway through the third quarter. We'll return in 30 seconds. Important Palace tonight, the Freeman Flyers will definitely retain their #1 rating as they are way out in front right now, and Keith Massey can add to it with a 3-point opportunity, and he does, puts in the free throw. That's 13 points now for Massey in the game, and it's 50-27, 23-point lead here. That's the biggest of the game, and Freeman continues to pour it on. Glenzer at the top of the key, over to Kenny Cheddar on the right side. Cheddar working one-on-one, can't go against Dave Jones. Stops his dribble now, has to go to Dirksen across the far side. In the corner to Omlett. Omlett has moved way away from the basket now, trying to get free, and he still can't get off a shot as Massey is there all over him. Here's a drive started by Hofer. A little 8-foot shot, hangs on the rim and comes out no good. And who is there to pull it down? Big Keith Massey again. Outlet pass comes up to Jones. Now at the top of the key, long shot by Waltner is short. Massey on the rebound, 8-foot jumper, good. 15 points now for Keith Massey. 52-27, Freeman out in front. Down to 3:25 to go here in the third quarter of play. Lauren Dirksen high on the left side, being guarded closely out there by Gross, and the ball goes off the legs of Mark Gross and out of bounds. Right in front of the Freeman bench, Dirksen throws it into Glenzer out at the top of the key. Glenzer will try a shot. It's blocked from way out there. Getting that block was Gross. Coming up with it, though, Dirksen. He tries from 18 feet, no good. And Gross again on the rebound. Now they're fighting for it. Glanzer steals it away from him. His shot is blocked by Massey, and here comes Freeman back. 2-on-1 fast break. On the left side, Waltner, 8-foot jumper, short. Rebound pull out of there by the Wildcats. Hofer on the run. They have a 3-on-2. To Glenzer, he puts it in. Lonnie Glenzer with 8 points as the two teams exchange turnovers there, back and forth. By the way, 7 turnovers now against Bridgewater. Only 3 turnovers in the game for Freeman. They're just playing some excellent basketball. Top of the key, shot up and on the way by Gross, won't go. Rebound pull out of there by Omlett, and we've got a foul as he comes down. Foul, I believe, might go against Kent Miller. We'll have to check it. He was there wrestling with Omlett. Yes, it will be the third against Kent. And we'll take a long walk down to the far end of the court where Omlett again will go to the free throw line. Here's Petey checking back into the lineup for Freeman, and taking a rest will be Keith Massey. So Coach Ron Bennett is keeping his troops fresh. Another replacement coming in now, as leaving the lineup will be Dave Jones. And coming into his spot will be Larry Whip. Shot up from the free throw line is good by Omlett. Give him now 11 points in the game. 52-30. Freeman still leads by the long margin. Second shot also good by Bryant. He's to 12 points now, and nobody else in double figures for Bridgewater. 2:30 remains to go in this third quarter. Quickly down the Flyers. They try a pass across the lane, is knocked away out of bounds, but it still will be Flyer basketball. Last touched in there by Lauren Dirksen before it went out. And the Flyers will play it in from the corner. Waltner throws it in, comes out to the top of the key to Gary Collar. Collar to the free throw line, almost has it stolen away from him there. Bridgewater now pressing all over the place, man to man. That's about the only thing they can do now. They need that basketball, starting to run out of time. Left-hand side, Waltner, 15-footer, no good. High rebound comes out of there. We've got a whistle and a foul, and it's going to go against Freeman. Going to the line will be Russ Hofer, and that last foul against Freeman will be called on Whip, the new player just in there for the Flyers. So let's hope that Bridgewater will be able to make these free throws and get a little bit further into this ball game, and Hofer does. That is only Russ's third point, and as we were saying at halftime, he's averaging 18. That's got to hurt when you have one of your leading scorers with a bad game. Second one also good by Russ. He's got 4 points now. And we've got another replacement coming in here. Brian Stahl will come back in for Bridgewater. Lauren Dirksen will take a rest. Full court pressure now all over the court, and it works as Russ Hofer intercepts the pass. In the corner, Glanzer from 20. It won't go. It's short, and Freeman pulls it off the boards again. Bridgewater still not shooting very well from the field. Gary Collar drives in. Free throw line jumper partially blocked by Omlad. Collar gets it back again. Wide open is Petey, and he lays it up and in. Nice feed from Collar as Petey was wide open as Omlad was out there trying to block the shot. 54-33, Freeman. Back with it is Omlad. He goes up. Shot is partially blocked on the inside there by Miller. Fast break now, 2-on-1 to the basket. Shot up by Collar. Short one comes off, no good. Rebound put back up. It's blocked by Omlad. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Freeman ball. But Brian Omlad now is starting to come into his own. That's the second shot he's blocked the last 2 times down the court. Inbounds pass, almost intercepted, loose in the lane. Throwing up a shot is Collar. That one's tapped away. Now Miller goes in and he puts it up and scores. Boy, Freeman just won't quit. Bridgewater doing the best they can on the inside. They are at a disadvantage height-wise, and Freeman keeps putting that ball up and in. Back at the Bridgewater end, Brian Stahl puts one in from about 8 feet away. 56-35. Freeman still by 21 points. Fast break again for the Flyers, and wide open underneath and scoring is Larry Whip. That's his first basket of the game. Bridgewater's kind of given up a little bit now. You can't blame them. They're not getting back quickly on defense. Russ Hofer with the ball. Reverse layup. Beautiful shot by Hofer is good. Went right around his man underneath the basket, and the reverse layup went in for him. That's now 6 for Hofer. Flyers back again. Miller with it, tries to throw it underneath. He had a man open there. It was Whip, and it was knocked away and out of bounds by Hofer. 38 seconds to go in the third quarter. Freeman will throw it in from underneath their own basket. From the side, long shot by Waltner. In and out, no good. Rebound tapped around, still loose. Now finally it's Miller picks it up. He goes to the basket, scores, and he is slammed down to the court, but he's all right, I guess. Really took a good shot that time, but no foul was called. 60-37, Freeman now. Cheddar drives, and the ball is slapped away, but a foul is going to be called. Foul will go against Kent Miller, and that is going to be number 4 against Kent. So we'll see if he leaves the lineup or stays in. 19 seconds to go in the third quarter. Looks as though he will stay in for a while. At the free throw line, Kenny Cheddar for Bridgewater. Shot is up and no good. Comes off the front, so he doesn't get the bonus either. That hurts. They could have used those 2 for sure. Freeman brings it up. They'll go for one shot now with 13 seconds to go. Waltner out front. Plays catch with Collar. 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. Back it goes to Waltner to the right side. They're going to have to hurry. 4 seconds. 3. Gets it back across to Whip. Shot at the buzzer is no good. Just off the front of the rim. Bridgewater 37. We'll be back with a fourth quarter action in 30 seconds. So they're still not going to be hitting much above 25% for the basketball game. Here's our opening tip-off now for the fourth quarter, and it is controlled by Freeman. They come up with it. Gary Collar, top the key. Into the right-hand side, Ken Miller with it now. He'll shoot from 25. It comes out short, no good. Rebound, Petey is there to score. Bob Petey again. Back into the lineup to start the fourth quarter. Petey now at 20 points in the game. He has got 3 fouls, and he was on the bench for a while. On the inbounds pass, we got a foul against the Flyers as they were putting on some pressure. It'll go against Gary Collar. That's just his first one of the game. And to the line for Bridgewater will go Lonnie Glanzer, the 5'10 senior guard. Glanzer's first shot up and good, so he'll get the bonus. That's 9 points now for Lonnie. Free throws have been a big difference in this game. Bridgewater has gone there a lot of times. Freeman, not very many. We'll check that for you in just a moment. Second shot by Glanzer, no good, and Petey is there to pull off the rebound. Into the front court, Collar, he'll let it fly from the top of the key, no good, and on the rebound, whistle, foul against Gary Collar again. So he picks up his second foul of the game very quickly within a matter of about 15 seconds. And to the line this time will go Brian Omlet. Nope, now they wave Omlet away from the free throw line and say it's Glanzer that's going to go there. In that free throw department, Bridgewater has been to the line 21 times. Freeman has been there only 4 times in the game. Glanzer's first shot is up and good. That gives him 10 points now, and he'll get the bonus. 1-1 all the way out for Bridgewater. Second one also good, 11 for Glanzer, and it's 62-40. 7:20 left to go. Almost a steal in the backcourt. Cheddar saw the ball go right through his hands. Now a fast break attempt is knocked away. What they say that Massey was the last one to touch it, so will be Bridgewater ball. Looked like it might have been Hofer knocking it away, but they say that Massey just got his fingertips on it. So Bridgewater gets a break, and they'll bring it back up court. On the dribble, Brian Stahl to the free throw line is cut off there. Not a Cheddar on the right side. Pass into the lane intended for Hofer, almost stolen, but he picks it up in the corner. Hofer will try from 15. Shot blocked by Petey. Massey pulls it out of there. Pass to Petey. Here's a fast break. Down court. 10-foot jumper. Won't go. Petey is on the rebound. Puts it up. No good. Now we've got a whistle and a foul. We'll see who it's going to go against. It will be offensive foul against Bob Petey of Freeman. So after he missed that short shot, layup underneath, he got a little bit over anxious that time. And fouled, and it will be Russ Hofer going to the free throw line for Bridgewater. Couple of substitutions coming in again for Freeman, and looks like Petey will go to the bench with his 4 fouls here. Kent Miller will be one of those back in, and Gary Gertz will also check back in. Russ Hofer with 6 points at the line. His shot is no good off the back of the rim. In the corner, Brian Omlet hustles over there to pick it up. Back to Hofer, reverse layup underneath. Won't go, doesn't even hit the rim, but Glanzer is now there way out at the top of the key to pull it down. Back to Hofer. Inside to Omlet, turnaround jumper from about 8 feet is good. Off the glass that time by Omlet. I don't think he wanted to use the glass, but I'm sure he'll take it anyway. 14 points now for Brian. Quickly hustling down the Flyers. Shot by Miller from near the free throw line. He's hit, goes down to the court hard. He's going to be fouled. And the foul will go, I believe, against Brian Omlet. That will be... No, must be Hofer. That will be his 4th foul of the game. Miller coming up, and he is limping rather badly. Let's hope he's not seriously injured here. Oh, that'd be an awfully big blow for the Freeman Flyers. He was hit hard that time, and he is appearing to be in quite a bit of difficulty. In fact, they're having to help him off the court. It's his left, either knee or left ankle, one or the other. And he is in a lot of trouble. He's not putting any weight on that left leg at all. And, of course, he is to go to the free throw line, so we'll have to have someone else coming in here to shoot those shots. Well, let's hope it's not going to be serious. And, of course, Freeman coach Ron Bennett is over there and awfully concerned about the situation with Kent Miller. Let's see who's going to be coming in. Looks like Dave Jones will check into the lineup for Miller, and he will be going to the free throw line to shoot those free throw shots for him. They're taking a look at Kent right now, and looks to be somewhere around the ankle area they're working on. Let's hope it's just a sprain, nothing more serious than that. Shot up by Jones is short. Comes out of there no good. Freeman still leads it by 20. We're in the 4th quarter of this one. Second shot up, and this time it is good by Jones. So 63-42 is the score. We've got 6:25 to go. Into the front court, Lonnie Glanzer for the Wildcats. Still putting on that man-to-man pressure on the Flyers. They almost come up with a steal as there was Gary Gertz, but Glanzer got it back. Over to Stahl on the right side. Brian on the dribble. Can't penetrate that inside. Now they do get it to Omlet. He goes to the basket. Left-handed hooker. No good. Rebound. Way into the corner. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Bridgewater ball. Last touched, I believe, by Dave Jones before it came to the near sideline. And Kenny Cheddar will be throwing it in. Goes into Stahl. We're right at the 6-minute mark now in the game. Stahl, right-hand corner. Further out to Cheddar. Ken looking inside. Pass intended for Hofer is intercepted. Picking it off is Gertz, and Gertz is going to be fouled. Foul will go against Ken Cheddar. So it looks to be just about all over right now, except for the final score. We've still got 5:50, but Really can't see any way that Bridgewater is going to come back in this one. It's not the one-on-one situation as yet, although the officials were under that impression there for a little bit, and they walked it down to the free throw line, but instead they come to the back court now, and it'll be Freeman ball inbounds from there. Waltner brings it up court. Pass into Massey in the lane. Short little 6-foot jumper won't go, in and out. Rebound to Omlid. Quick outlet pass to Dirksen. On the run now to the left side. Glanzer with it. He can't get off his shot. Right away, Waltner is on him. He'll try now from the corner. Long 30-footer, no good. On the rebound, whistle, we've got a foul underneath against Freeman. It'll go against Gary Gertz. And that will be the second foul of the game against Gertz. And to the free throw line, Brian Omlid. Brian now with 14 points so far in the game. Has scored on 6 free throws tonight. This one is up and no good. Comes out of there. He'll have a second one. He was fouled in the act of shooting. They're still working on Ken Miller over on the Freeman bench, and now he's got that ankle raised up a little bit, so evidently that's what it is, a sprain to the ankle. They might try and put some ice on it, I guess. Second shot is also no good by Omlid, and the Flyers come back up court with it. The clock showing now 5:20 left to go. Gertz high on the right side, into the corner, pass goes in there to Gross. Now into the lane, Massey is there, and he's got a wide open shot and lays it in. 17 points for Big Keith. He and Petey, the leading scorers in the basketball game. Approaching the 5-minute mark to go now, and here's an over and back violation against Bridgewater. Freeman continuing to put on that pressure, and Bridgewater just cannot seem to handle it. That time Waltner caused the turnover. And the inbounds pass comes in to Mike Waltner, and he'll bring it up court all the way down to the right-hand side at the corner, looking for some help now. Now he's open momentarily. He puts it up from 15 and scores. Waltner with 6 points in the game, 67-42. Freeman by 25 points, and that equals their biggest lead of the ball game. Here's another steal away from Glanzer. Waltner all the way down court. He puts it up and in. Glanzer a little bit slow getting up. He got poked by an elbow, it looks like there. No foul was called. Waltner now has 8 points. And things are just all going wrong for Bridgewater here tonight. Cheddar drives the lane. They almost poke it away from him. Gives it to Omlid. Short 10-foot jumper blocked, but a foul also coming up. Foul will be on Keith Massey. Got the ball, but also got a part of the arm of Brian Omlid. That is the third foul of the night on Massey. Omlid again goes to the line. Missed his last 2. First one is up and on the way now for Brian, and it's short again. He can't get it to climb over the rim. Bridgewater has now missed their last 4 in a row from the free throw line. Second one is up and good this time. So Omlid now has 15, and he brings Bridgewater to within 26 at 69-43. Full court pressure by the Wildcats, and they cause a turnover. Ball thrown away. Picking it up is Cheddar. His 8-foot jumper from the side, good. 6 points for Cheddar, 69-45 now. About halfway through our final quarter. A man open at the far end of the court, wide open. Massey, they throw it down there to him, and all he has to do is lay it in. Keith Massey now up to 19 points, and now he's just 1 short of Bob Petey. Petey is on the bench. He's got some fouls on him, and he's not playing here. Omlid, right side of the lane, turnaround fadeaway jumper won't go. Dirksen with it, his 20-footer, he puts it in. Warren Dirksen with his 6th point. So they're matching baskets right now, but it doesn't do Bridgewater much good. Into the front court comes Gary Gertz, and he has the ball stolen away. Russ Hofer, 2-on-2 fast break. Hofer will go to the basket and scores. Nice shot by Hofer, falling off balance and just threw it up there, almost a prayer shot, but it kissed the glass and went through for him. Russ now with 8 points, 71-49, 3:20 left to go. Here comes Freeman right back, shot up, and will be no good in the lane by Dave Jones, and he's going to be fouled. Foul will go against Brian Omlid. And we'll see how many that's going to be against Brian. That should be about it against him, I believe. We'll wait for the official word. And we don't have any, but I'm sure that's going to be 5 against Brian Omlid in our stats. And he will go to the bench right now. We'll see who's going to come in for him. Looks like Gene Hofer will check in. So that about writes the doom for Bridgewater. It appears if they had any outside hopes of coming back. With Omlid fouling out now, that's going to be about it for sure. Freeman will throw it in from underneath their own basket. And they lead by 22 points. Into the lane, Massey. Little jumper is good again. Massey's having a field day in there with Omlid had 4 fouls, and now he's out, and I'm sure he'll have an easy time of it again. Might see some replacements coming in for Freeman here in a little bit. Bridgewater turns it over again as Kenny Cheddar is called for traveling. Turnovers in the game. Bridgewater has committed 11 now. Freeman with only 7. Freeman's played an excellent ball game all the way around. There hasn't been anything that they've really done wrong here tonight. Right side, long shot from 20 is up by Waltner. Comes out no good. Rebound is put in. And let's see who scores. I believe it was Jones. Nope, check it. Whip was in there to score. Whip gets his second basket of the game. 75-49. From the top of the key, Dirksen way out there. His shot is short. Rebound attempt. We've got a foul underneath. Kenny Cheddar will be going to the free throw line. And this time the foul will go against Dave Jones. That'll be his third of the game. And here comes Big Keith Massey out of the lineup. He's going to get a good round of applause. Fine game for Massey here tonight, scoring 21 points. Petey is out with 20, and probably they won't be back in anymore, I'm sure. Cheddar's first shot is up and good. That gives him 7 points. 75-50. Second one rolls out. No good. Rebound to Freeman. Bringing it up court will be Jones. Leaves it on the left side for Waltner. Back out front. Collar, he'll fire from the free throw line. Way off. Hits the glass. Didn't even touch the rim. And the rebound goes to Hofer. It's knocked away from him and out of bounds and will belong to Bridgewater. Dave Jones putting on some defensive pressure there, but went off his leg and out of bounds. 2:25 to go as Bridgewater passes it in. Of course, it's all over, and we've got some of the crowd filing out now. Last couple of minutes of the game. Lauren Dirksen tries to drive right side. Pass knocked away. Hofer picks it up. He drives in. Shot is short, and rebound goes to the Flyers again. Whips comes up with it. Long pass down court into the corner. Shot up by Waltner. 10-footer is good. Mike Waltner hits double figures. His 10th point of the game. 77-50. Freeman has been in command all the way throughout this one. Under 2 minutes to go now. In the corner, ball tapped away and is picked up by Freeman. Stahl lost it that time. The Flyers come back. Here's Waltner again from inside the lane. Won't go this time, too hard, and Hofer pulls it down for the Wildcats. Long pass down court, fast break. He throws it away. Didn't have much chance of getting it there. Just desperation now for Bridgewater. Coming right back with it. A shot from the outside is good. And scoring is a new man into the lineup. That's Letcher for the first time we've seen him in there tonight. His first 2 points. Bridgewater coming back on the run. Open underneath is Hofer. He'll try a shot, partially blocked. Now we've got a whistle underneath. And let's see who the foul is going to go against. Looks like against Bridgewater. And I believe it'll probably be Hofer that committed the foul. If he does, that would be 5 on him. Wait and see. Maybe it wasn't Hofer, but Cheddar instead. We've got all kinds of replacements coming in here now for Freeman. Their starters will all be out of the lineup. See if we can identify them as they come in for you. At the free throw line, by the way, will be Whip, and he will have a 1-1 situation coming up. Just 1:21 left to go. Of course, it's been over for quite some time. First shot is up and good by Whip. 5 points for him, makes it 80-50, and you can bet there's going to be a lot of surprised people around the state of South Dakota when they see this score. 6 points for Whip, 81-50. A lot of people might have expected Freeman to win this ball game, maybe by as much as 10 or 15 points, but not by this 30-point margin that they have here tonight. Dirksen on the left side for the Wildcats. Gets it over to Stahl, starts a drive, can't go in the corner to Gene Hofer in there now. Gene trying to dribble around and has the ball stolen away from him. One of the new players in there, Dangle, picks it up. Long pass down court. Here's a shot from the side. Good. Popped in there by Gary Collar. First 2 points of the game for Collar, although he's played quite a bit. 47 seconds to go. Almost a steal in the backcourt, but Russ Hofer comes up with it. He'll bring it across the timeline. 40 seconds. Hofer from the side. 15-footer. In and out. Won't go. Rebound attempt picked up in there by Freeman. Coming up with a loose ball is Letcher again. Long pass. Down court. To the basket and up and in. Once again, Collar scores. Gary Collar, his 4th point. 85-50 is the score. 23 seconds remain. Bridgewater basketball. They bring it up into the front court. We've got a big collision, and an offensive foul is going to be called. Offensive foul against Brian Stahl. Collided that time with Letcher, and they both went to the court, but they're both all right. 15 seconds to go. Maybe time for 1, maybe 2 more shots. Driving in, going to the basket. Collar, and a whistle. Looks like he's going to be fouled on the drive. It'll go against Brian Stahl. And we'll have a 1-on-1 situation coming up here for Gary Collar, 5'8" junior guard, with exactly 13 seconds to go in the game. Shot is up and good. 5 points now for Collar. 86-50. Second one also good. 87-50 is the score with 10 seconds to go. Maybe one more shot coming up here for Bridgewater. That's going to be about it. Dirksen at the free throw line. We've got a whistle. He's going to be fouled. Foul will go against Kerry Collar as he tried to reach in, slapped the ball away, but got a piece of the arm. So Lauren Dirksen will go to the line. And the crowd really leaving now pretty empty in the Corn Palace. A lot of people have been surprised at the power shown here tonight by the Freeman Flyers. Shot up no good by Dirksen. Rebound to Freeman. Pass over. Here's a shot from half court at the buzzer. It's going to be short. No good. And that's our basketball game from the Mitchell Corn Palace. The Freeman Flyers have dominated the Bridgewater Wildcats here tonight, and there's no doubt about it that Freeman will retain their #1 ranking, and rightly so. They played a great basketball game here tonight. The final score, Freeman 87 and Bridgewater 50.